This is a 3-layer white cake with coconut in it.
I'm loving life right now because you got to try this before you die. That is the truest thing I've ever heard. This is the ABR Roadshow. I'm Danielle DeTomo, and today we are in Aplington, Iowa at Peppercorn Pantry. They have a tea room, coffee shop, and gift shop here, and I heard they have 10 desserts on the menu. I know we're gonna be trying some of those today, but let's get started in the kitchen and see what they got prepared for us. Come on, y'all. In the kitchen now with Mary, the owner. I'm so ready to try the food you are going to prepare for us today. What is the first thing we are making, Mary?
We're gonna do our spinach pie, and this is something that the original owner, Molly Shipper, and I put together back in 1987. So
okay, so this has been around for a while.
Tried and true, you bet. It's one of our best sellers. So
all right.
We're gonna start with fresh spinach, and I'm gonna cut that up. You don't have to cut it up very fine, but just in small pieces. And you want to have a pretty good sized bowl because it can get messy.
I was going to say that's filling up right there.
It is, but you know, with all spinach recipes, it always kind of deflates a little bit. So I've got some softened cream cheese here.
Okay.
I'm going to add that. And we're going to smooth that in.
Okay.
And I just do this just because it's a lot easier to get this in before you add the eggs.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
It just gets a little too soupy once you get all the other products in.
I gotcha.
So once I feel like this is pretty well incorporated, we're going to add, I got shredded Swiss cheese, granulated onion, salt, and pepper. So now we're going to add 7 eggs.
Yeah, where do these eggs come from?
Fresh, local farmer.
Love that. How many of these are you making normally, like a day?
I make a day, probably just one for us, but then we also make food for other restaurants. So I'm making probably 7 to 8 of these a week.
Do you have to get started really early in the morning to prep all this?
I'm pretty fast.
Okay.
I can roll a pie crust out in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, so.
Oh my goodness, that's impressive. That just shows you've been doing it for a long time and you know how to do it.
I have been doing it, so we're just going to, it may not look like it's going to fit, but it will.
All of that is going to fit in there. That's impressive. And then once it's all in there,
then we're going to top it.
Okay.
We're not done yet. You got to make it special.
Yep.
So we're going to top it.
What do you top it with?
We have Parmesan cheese and fresh tomatoes, and then another layer of Parmesan cheese.
Oh my goodness.
And just like that, it's ready for the oven.
All right, let's do it.
Put her in. And there's our spinach pie.
Oh, there it is. Now, people usually buy this by the slice. Do people buy the whole pie? How does that work?
For Christmas, sometimes I have people order a whole pie. They'll order that. They'll have to give me a couple days notice. But usually this is what we serve, and then we serve it with a side salad, cup of fruit, and a muffin.
I love it. And this has been around since 1987?
Yes, at least.
Oh
yes.
my God. And it's been on the menu since, and it's just never left the menu.
Never left the menu.
Well, that shows you right here what this pie means to this community. Okay, I'm really excited for this. Let me prepare myself just in case.
Yep.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
That is so good.
Good. Glad you like it.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, that is so tasty. The crust, like everything, the spinach, everything all put in one. I know now why.
All right.
This is never gonna leave the menu, ever. It's never going anywhere, and I see why. Oh, I'm ready to try more now.
All right, good.
We started with this pie, then now we're gonna do some desserts, I think.
We are, because that's what we're known for. We serve 10 different desserts every day here at the store.
So, so we're gonna start off with some savory, But we're finishing with some sweet. We are in the tea room now. Have Mary, the owner, joining me again. Okay, so you're known for your desserts here.
Yes, we are.
We're featuring two. Let's start with this one. Tell me about it.
Raspberry parfait pie. So it's a 2-layer dessert. We make our crust from scratch here. So at the bottom has just got the cream cheese, whipped cream, and then the top is raspberry. It's been here since 1987.
I'm a big pie person.
There you go.
Huge on pie. Like, I'd eat this for an entree. That is special.
I was gonna say, you wouldn't be the first one.
Oh my gosh. And it's funny too, because I love raspberry. Is my flavor of choice.
Okay.
So this is perfect for me today, y'all.
Excellent.
I'm going for bite number 2.
Yeah, excellent. I'm glad you like it.
So good. What's that one?
This is an angel coconut torte. So this is a 3-layer white cake with coconut in it, and we frosted with real whipped cream. It was actually featured in the Des Moines Register as 100 things you should eat before you die.
All right. Well, here we go then. Yeah.
Just easy to eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Goes down really easy, doesn't it?
'Cause you got to try this before you die. That is the truest thing I've ever heard. Oh my God. Yeah. Your desserts are the bomb.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm loving life right now.
All right.
I love a place that has good desserts. You know, they're well known for the desserts. You definitely are. The Peppercorn Pantry, that's definitely, you're known for that. And so much more. I mean, you said it's been around since 1985.
Yeah.
Tell me about, how it started to where it is now. You've had it for 17 years.
That's right. So in 1985, a lady named Molly Shipper started it, and I actually started working for her like within 4 or 5 months that she opened, and just loved it. I'm a farm wife, and a lot of things that I made was just basic, like hamburgers and roasts and things like that. And so I just love the outlet of being able to be creative, and that this Peppercorn Pantry allowed me to do that. So it was a lot of fun, and I've loved it so much that I've been here almost minus 6 years. I've been here since the day it opened.
Yeah.
So.
And you've done a lot with it in those 17 years. Can you tell me a little bit about certain things that you've done?
We have. The first thing I did when I took over 17, I've owned it for 17 years, is I changed the decor a little bit. It was very old-fashioned Victorian tea room typical decor, and I wanted to make it a little more male gender friendly for like class reunions and rehearsal suppers and things like that. So that's what I did. Still elegant, still real cloth napkins and those types of things. So we did that. I also reached out, or branched out, I should say. We sell whole pies. I make food for other people. Like we do the catering. We do weddings, rehearsal suppers, like I said.
So people, of course, can come and like eat like they are kind of behind us right now.
Yes.
But also, it's a way people can use the space in different ways. They want to have some kind of get together, or they make baby shower, bridal shower, stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I love that. And we're just sitting in one area. You have a gift shop, a coffee shop. How did that come about in this?
Well, the gift shop was actually the first thing that Molly started. It was called Molly's Cupboard. And then 2 years after she started the gift shop, she opened the tea room. And so those were here when I took over 17 years ago. 5 years ago, I opened the coffee shop mainly to increase my kitchen size for our weddings that we cater of 300 people. I needed a commercial oven. So that was the main reason. As you can see, we are using it for really nice. It's comfy in there.
Yeah.
And I'm also using it for a place for my plants. I'm kind of a plant collector.
That's where I was about to go next.
Yes.
We had to talk about your plants, because you have do you have a garden too?
I do have a garden outside. I took the master gardening course, and I just love that. So in the wintertime, I bring my plants inside, but outside we have gardens, we have a pergola, and we have enough tables and chairs for 40 people outside, which gets used quite a bit out in the summertime.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I do love too how all 3 areas kind of each have their own type of vibe.
They do. Yeah.
But it's all put together in one.
Yeah.
And as far as you making all this from scratch, coming into this, did you already have these recipes? Did you know how to do this, or did you kind of learn as you went along?
A lot of the recipes came with Molly, and as we talked earlier with the video of the spinach pie, Molly and I put that recipe together. I'm trying to think. I think most of them are here originally. We just kind of found out. I'm not a very good creator, but I can read a recipe and say, this is a good one. So that's where, but you know, I try to deviate and change, but then the ladies don't like that. They like to come here because they love the Spinach Pie, or they come here because they like the chicken salad croissant. So it's hard for us to change, but
just keeping what people like.
Yeah.
And then this community, so where this is located, it's kind of like, this is kind of the area people go to if they want to do something. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And then this is a big farming community?
It is a big farming community. Yeah, Aplington's pretty small. We're only just a tiny tad bit more than 1,000 people. So
wow. So
pretty
this,
small.
I mean, for this to be here since 1985, this has got to be the spot that people.
Yes, we obviously draw people not just from Aplington, but all over.
Yeah.
We used to have a fun group of ladies from Minnesota that came down once a year.
Sure.
Maybe you didn't see my map, but I have maps on the wall from where everybody's been.
I did see you have a book for people to sign.
No, on the wall I have a map. So I have a world map,
Oh.
and a United States map, and an Iowa map. So you'll have to take a look at that later.
Okay, because so I have to go around the gift, and that's in the gift shop.
No, it's right. Yeah, it's right there by the cash register. Because I've had people from Yemen, New Zealand, Australia,
gosh.
Russia, Europe, all over the world. They've been here.
That's so.
Yeah,
like,
it
I'm
is neat.
always wondering, like, what brought them here? You know,
Relatives from Iowa, they're
Yeah.
visiting, and they say, "Hey, we have a place, a special place to take you," and they come here.
You got to love that.
Yeah,
like,
I
hey,
love it. Yes,
this
I
is the
do.
place we're taking you.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thank you so much for everything. I think my tea's probably cooled
Yes,
down.
I think mine is too.
So I'll give you a cheers.
Yes.
Peppercorn Pantry. We
Thank
love
you so
it.
much.
This is Peppercorn Pantry right here in Aplington, Iowa. That spinach pie, those desserts. Everything was so good today. I just love everything this place has to offer, and they are one of America's best restaurants. And for the ABR Roadshow, I'm Danyel. I'll see y'all next time.